Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today, we're going to be talking about the Fabulous Four. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. Mmm. Ooh. Um. Well, since literally everyone is going to be watching Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend, if you want alternatives, this is it. I guess. I don't know. I I give up. I give up with pros. I can't come up with a single solid pro for this movie. No. So let's go to the cons because that's infinitely much easier. Okay, reviews for this movie are terrible. Has a 27%. Audience score is at 52%. So word of mouth is just it is real trash. Now I want to see these ratings. I want to see the vibe. What's going on? Only like three scores. Damn. Those are the 1 star. It is just dumb. I think a bunch of middle school students came up with this movie. Total waste of money. Don't go. Let's verify all audience. Let's see. Oh, I'm seeing. We got some half stars. See, absolute waste of time and money. Silly. What a waste of talent. Well, this movie just made my list of one of the worst movies I've ever seen. The acting from all of them was terrible and over the top. The story was ridiculous and dumb. There are so many things in it that didn't make sense. They should be embarrassed that they even made it, or do not waste your time and money. And then where do I go to get my money and time back? Uh, da, 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 da. Truly one of the worst movies I've seen in 2024. Horrible. Walked out halfway through the movie with my partner. Half star. Half a star is generous. Makes Tyler Perry's movies look like Oscar award winning movies. So yeah. It's not great. I mean, there's a 5 star. um I'm like, okay, I mean, you do you. But yeah, overall, I see 5 star. I see like 3.5. But yeah, it's bad. Yeah, the reaction's pretty bad for this movie. So, gonna label that as a con. Well, I guess I can mention the cast. I know Susan Sarandon. I know her. I really don't know the other three that well. Maybe if I see some of their movies, I might recognize them. I can't even look them up. Great. That's awesome. Can't even look up the fucking cast on this thing. Great. I know Susan Sarandon. She's like the most well known out of everyone here. You know, she's been in quite a few movies. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember the ones. I know she was in Blue Beetle last year that no one watched. um, you know what? I know what to do. Look up Blue Beetle. This might help me out. Susan Sarandon, there you are. Okay, so I know this Blue Beetle. Let's go through the whole list. She was in Rocky Picture Horror Show. Okay, then. Um, Another really a serious note: Witches of Eastwick, Bull Durham. Who even remembers these movies? Thelma and Louise. People know that movie, mainly because it's been like parodied, for years, and everyone knows because of the ending of it. So I know Thelma and Louise, Little Women, the many like 50 versions of Little Women that are out there. Dead Man Walking. I don't think anyone really remembers that. Stepmom, that did all right for itself. And she voiced in Rugrats in Paris as like the main villain. Like, yeah, I remember that. She was in Cats and Dogs. I don't think she was there physically. I think she was just a voice. Enchanted. Yeah, I think she was in Enchanted. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, she was in Speed Racer. She was Speed's mom. Like her and like John Goodman in that movie. They were like the perfect like mom and dad duo like ever in a movie. That's my opinion. Lovely Bones. A lot of these are like supporting roles, so can't really judge, your star power if you're just a supporting player the whole time. Yeah, Tammy, she was basically Melissa McCarthy's mother in that movie. Yeah, not a whole lot here, not a whole lot to say about really any of the actresses here. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of like a very, very, very minor pro is that the actresses are recognizable, but yeah, we got to move back to cons as soon as the screen loads. Okay, good. Okay, so con number one, reviews and word of mouth are ass. Con number two, this movie has the gall to open same day as Deadpool and Wolverine. That's kind of mental because Deadpool and Wolverine is expected to have the biggest opening weekend of not just this year, but for all R-rated movies. And it's a bold choice to go up against something like that. It really is. The Fabulous Four, is gonna certainly try and fail, but it will try. But hey, you know what? Book Club, the first one, opened up against Deadpool 2 and managed to survive. So, that's not going to happen here. But theoretically, you know, a smaller movie can open against a bigger movie and still survive. I mean, hell, Mamma Mia, that opened the same day as The Dark Knight. Like, no joke, that really happened. So, it can be done. You just need, a movie people will actually watch, and this is definitely not one of those movies. So, yeah, opening up directly against Deadpool and Wolverine, that's obviously going to be a con. Not to mention, just overall, there's plenty of other options, better options out there. You got Twisters, you got Long Legs, you got Despicable Me 4, you got Inside Out 2. You have options. You don't need to see this. So, yeah, just overall, there's better options out there. So that's a con. I mean, competition wise, there's no direct competition, but it's not like it matters. Like, it just doesn't matter in this case. I guess I could mention Bleecker Street. I don't know how they make money. I don't know how they're in business. I don't know, man. I don't understand the business strategy here because they've yet to have a real hit movie. Their biggest hit was Logan Lucky, and that movie just like it didn't even do all that well in the first place. The rest of these movies are like bombs. So how are they making their money? I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe they make it all through PVOD or something, or streaming or whatever. That's probably how they make their money because they're not making it in theaters. That's for damn sure. But like this year, I mean, you got like ISS, One Life, Ezra, Sasquatch Sunset. Who watched these movies? I mean, I talked about these movies only because I had to because they were wide releases. But no one watched these movies. No one even cared about these movies. No one talked about these movies except me. Well, so yeah, so Bleecker Street, their box office poison. So I'm gonna label them as a con, definitely. Another. How many theaters is this in anyway? I can't imagine it. I'd be shocked if it's over 1,000. But I'm gonna check off screen. Um, just over 1,000. Wow, I'm shocked. I'm surprised. But yeah, in just 1,000 theaters, you're not gonna get a whole lot of money out of that. Like, unless your movie has a ton of demand surrounding it, and this very much doesn't have any demand surrounding it. So yeah, low theater count. That's a con. And I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. So opening weekend, I'd be shocked if this opened with $1 million. I really would, but I don't see it happening. So I'm just gonna say my usual 500K to a million. This final total will be less than two. This movie's gonna appear and then disappear real quick, like most Bleecker Street movies. And yeah, that's it. That's it for this weekend. We're done with July. Yay. Now we move on to August, and this is where things slow down a lot at the box office. Because Deadpool and Wolverine, that's gonna be the last big movie we get until Beetlejuice. Maybe. If not that, then Joker 2. So yeah, August, we're starting out with The Firing Squad, I guess. Harold and the Purple Crayon and Trap. The only movie I actually want to talk about really is Trap. And the only movie I'm probably going to see, I'm definitely going to see out of these three because it's M. Night Shyamalan. Harold and the Purple Crayon. Why, man? Why? Just no. Oh, that I'm gonna hate talking about that movie, but yeah, that's August 2nd. So that's next week. So stay tuned for those videos. But yeah, make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. You want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I made this year, the past few years. You want to watch any of them? Go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I went over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't for 250 episodes. Never talked about Fabulous for once ever because it just appeared on the schedule and I was just like, well, guess I gotta talk about that. And can I just mention, am I the only one when I first read the title? Am I the only one who read that as Fantastic Four? I mean, come on, like, fabulous, fantastic. Like it's so easy to say, read it as Fantastic Four. I'm sure I'm not the only one who did that. At least I hope I'm not the only one that because that would be real embarrassing. But that's how I read it initially. So yeah, and funny enough, a year from now we're gonna get our MCU Fantastic Four movie. So there's that. But yeah, yeah, just wanted to mention that because I never talked about this movie ever. But I've made 250 episodes of Canceled, so if you want to watch any of those episodes from beginning to end, you want to binge them all, go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. July recap, that'll come out between the 2nd and the 9th. And, that July was pretty good, even without like a Barbenheimer esque moment. It was still a pretty solid month, all things considered. You had Despicable Me 4 popping off, Long Legs popping off, Twisters popping off, Deadpool and Wolverine popping off. Sure, there were some duds in there, but I'd say July was a pretty solid month, overall, and just another sign that, you know, after a really terrible start, summer is alive and well for one more week before it ultimately crumbles in August. But so these past 2 months, June and July, they've been really, really good months. They've been fun months to talk about, which is really nice. So yeah, July recap will be like around, I guess, a week and a half from now, roughly. So stay tuned for that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.